Feelings which, who? Mother, next word please. Alone can give. So mother is the one that gives that love and sympathy and appreciation. Now, when we read a quotation like this, we're not talking about weak mothers that just pleases their children. We're not talking about that. We're talking about mothers they're firm, they are strong, and they have their solid principles. But then their cover page, on their skin, they have their firmness inside. But on their skin, they show so much love and sympathy and appreciation. When a child grows up under that kind of influence, that child feels so secure. And that security, it grounds them, gives them foundation. When child does not receive that, okay? When child does not receive that, he or she feels insecure. And when you feel insecure, what do you want to do? Escape. Get out of there. Because something is telling you it's not safe. So then your family becomes not safe. And here's my challenge to Seventh-day Adventists. Even though we have 28 fundamental beliefs, we have these solid pillars of faith, we have these beautiful end-time messages, but do you practice? See, you got to practice. We don't have a natural, love and sympathy, appreciation. We don't have, maybe you do. I don't have that. Maybe you do. If you don't have it, then you got to practice it. But many times, we don't practice it. We don't consciously think about, okay, how am I communicating with my children, my family? We don't think about that. But the quotation says, only a mother can give. Now check this one out. The father is the head of the house, and upon him rests the what? Greatest responsibility. Whoa, see, we meant that. The heavier responsibilities. He is the what? Houseband. Maybe that's the reason why we're called husband. To bind the family circle together. So we're the one that needs to bring everyone together. That is your role. That is your responsibility. So that men, you need to be a man. You can be loving to your wife and to your children, but you also need to be able to bring that structure. All right, everyone, let's come together. Not like, oh, whatever we want to do, I don't care, man. Okay, let's go. Like, what kind of man is that? You're teaching your children God is like theist God. Create the world and let it alone. And no touch policy. No care policy. Are you teaching your children God is like that? So the man has to bring everyone together. So that's like, you got to be that leader. So you got to learn to be a little more, exercise your authority in a very nice way. Like the father of the faithful, he is to combine faith and works. His family is his heritage and is under his supervision and control. See those differences? Mother gives that love, father gives that structure and identity. So that when you don't have that love, when you don't have that identity, then what do you have in your home? Basically, a child is unloved. If you're unloved, you're confused. You're confused about life. And if you're confused about life, you feel insecure. And if you feel insecure about your life, you have low self-esteem. And if you have a low self-esteem, then you become vulnerable. Easy target for temptations. Anything that can excite you, grab your attention, anything that can give you some adventure, something that feels a little more noble, or it gives you a little more belonging, cliques, friends, attachments. And then, but at the end, you're going to feel you're empty. So you're going to go through all those feelings unloved, confused, insecure, low self-esteem, vulnerable. You feel empty. And then at the end, you are going to feel lost. And the problem is, a child can still be like that even though they have mother and father. Single parents, they have harder challenge. Very difficult. Single mom, single dad, very challenging. Because they cannot give everything, you understand? But sometimes even though you have father and mother, they have this. It's like you're raising animals in the zoo. Like, okay, here's food. I give you protection, I give you food, I give you clothing, I give you education, you survive. Even your conversation is all about that. Did you eat? Make sure you put your coat on. You put your coat on. It's cold outside. Make sure you get a good education. Make sure you pass the test. Okay? Make sure you do that. Okay? And on top of that, we say those kind of things a very demanding and unloving way. In Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, the Bible says, train up a child. So what are we supposed to do? So the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not what? Depart from it. When you read that quotation, that Bible text, how do you feel? What's your reaction? Train up the child the way he should go. So, okay, I have to really control everything. Make sure the child grows up just the way that is right. But then look at this. Train up the child in the way he should go. How do you think he should go? Like every child should go. Look at this text. In Psalms 32, verse 8, the Bible says, I will instruct thee and what? Teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. So really, who is the ultimate person or being that's going to teach you where you need to go? God. So when the Bible says, train up your child in the way he should go, what does that mean? It means, it's not like train up your child in the way that he should go according to your way. My decision, my thinking, my way. You have to do what I say because Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. No. The he should go, the way that he should go is really, ultimately, based on the guidance of God. Therefore, you should train up your child in such a way so that the child will go in the way that the God will instruct him or her. You understand? But in order for you to train up a child in such a way that the child will listen to you or listen to God, is to give that child love and identity. If you don't, bad side effect, terrible side effect, psychologically. Are they healthy? Yeah. They're into sports? Yeah, they're healthy. Yeah. Okay. A good grade in school? Yeah, a good grade. Yeah. They're qualified to go to a nice college? Yeah, no problem. But problem emotionally, psychologically, and ultimately spiritually. So when they graduate from high school, they graduate from church. Is that true? Yeah? If you love your children, let it be your what? Chief study. So, brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers, if you love your children, let it be your chief study, okay, to prepare them for the future, immortal life. So what do you mean, prepare them? Make sure that should be your chief study, to prepare them immortality. Okay, all right then. Okay, I gotta prepare you for immortality. I got to prepare you for heaven. We're going to have worship every morning. Why don't you come right now? We're going to have worship. It's worship time. It's time for church. We're in it again. I told you to pray. You got to read more Bible. Listen, you're not converted yet. I know you're not converted. When you're converted, then you love God. Okay? I'm sending you to the school so you can be a better person. That you may know Jesus. Okay? You know what you're saying? You're no good. I don't see you good. You're terrible. I cannot believe I have a son like you. I wish something would change. I'm not happy because it's not changed. I'm so angry because you're bad. But look at the rest of the quotation. With the what? Unhappy dispositions they now possess, they will never see the what? Paradise of God. So here we are trying to prepare them for heaven, but guess what we do? We do in such a way that we feed them unhappy dispositions. Then you're thinking, Brother Gregory, are you telling us that we just have to kind of make them happy all the time? No. You got to think deeper. Then how do you make them happy and then help them to stay in course? You need God. What does that mean, I need God? You really have to have a wisdom that you need in every second. The slightest movement, the golden, the window opportunities. You got to be able to catch it. You got to be able to just, their body language, the way they say it, and how you need to say it, what kind of facial expression, the feelings. You have to ask God to give you that wisdom. We just say, I don't know, I'm not a good parent. My mother never loved me. My father never loved me. So I don't love you. All that I can do is to provide money. So don't ask me anymore. I had a hard time. My life was hard. How come you're demanding so much? We didn't really plan to have you anyhow. Of course, you never say things like that. But those words almost come out right here. Sometimes when you're really frustrated, well, some parents are like that. No barrier of what? Coldness and reserve should be allowed to arise between parents and children. No coldness, reserve. I don't know, do you have that right now? I don't know, do you have that? No coldness, like when they come back, when they come home, they don't really open up. Go into their room. It says, let parents become acquainted with their what? Children. Acquainted. Seeking to what? Understand their taste. No, it doesn't say you should know their taste. No. You should understand their taste. If you know their taste, you know what they like. If you understand their taste, you know why they like it. You should know why. You should understand. Now, in order for you to understand their taste, guess what's required? Interrogation? Tell me, why come you like this? You know what's required? In order for somebody to really express why they do what they do, they can say those things to you because they trust you. So for them to give you that kind of trust-based response, you have to feed them enough love. Lots of love, they trust you with their feelings. No love, they don't trust you with their feelings. It's very formal, official, business-like. No open talk. Am I making some parents feeling like, I wish I knew this 20 years ago? I don't know. Maybe 40 years ago, I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. Seeking to understand their tastes and dispositions. And I really, really love what's coming right after this. It says, entering. I like that. Entering, meaning you have to really try to feel what they feel. Entering into their feelings. And drawing out what is in their hearts. I tell you. Honestly, when was the last time you had a conversation like that with your children? Honestly speaking. Do you have that? The best time to start that is when they're little. Don't wait until they're all old. Might be too late. See what is required? So then, here are my suggestions. Here are my 7 suggestions that I like to make. Coming from little experience that I had so far, okay? Okay, I'm not grandparents yet. Yikes, my daughter is 12. She is taller than my wife now. When she's out of clothes, she goes to my wife's closet. And her feet grew like an inch over the summertime. She was wearing 9 in the beginning, now she's wearing 10. Yikes. Yes. She's 12, and 10 years from now, she's 22, she might get married. And 2 years later, I might be grandparent. I don't know, I'm just kidding. I'm not a prophet. But things can happen like that, right? Wow. In 12 years, I could be a grandparent. But here we go. So here are my suggestions. 7 suggestions. Number 1. Obviously, you know this. Spend time with your children. And what does that mean? Playing with your children. And number 3, work together with your children. Play with them. You know, even today, I have so many things to do. I mean, I'm just overloaded with things to do. What kind of things? Important things to do. What are they? In order for us to survive. What are they? Related to work, going to the bank, post office. You with me? My son comes, Daddy, can you play one game with me? There are times in the past, I'm really busy, son. Not now. And I know I have a very good reason. Yeah? I'm not chatting on Facebook and saying, I'm very busy, okay? If you are, shame on you. Okay? I'm not there. I mean, I have a really good reason to get really busy. But you know something? Sometimes you really have to say, you know, the cares of the world, you know, the cares of the world demands, you really have to have this kind of attitude. Don't care about you. I want to play one game with my child. So I said to my child, okay, my son, let's play the game. Bring a sister. Let's play a game, okay? All right. And as we're playing, let's play this game a little faster. We're going to play it, but a little faster. See, I'm not there yet. See, I need to grow up a little bit more. Okay, let's play it. Come, your turn. Come on, fast. I was like directing them. Come, put your feet down. Put your feet down. I got to do it. But I play a game with my child, amen? And then play with them. Yeah? When you play with them, when you work with them, when you do the dishes together, when you clean the house together, that's how they trust you. You're banking. It's like putting money. If you don't put that kind of money in your child's heart, when they grow old, you have nothing to draw. If you say, please tell me what you're going through, they say, no. You never care about me. Why should I care to tell you about my feelings now? So that moment of, let's play. I'm begging. You want to go outside? Let's go outside. I'm begging. Yeah? Work together. Eat together with your children. My wife always gets to me, honey, let's eat together. See, I'm always busy. You a lot of times I eat standing up. Because I'm so busy. You know why? Because I'm cooking. I'm washing the dishes. And I'm feeding. I'm standing up eating. They're sitting down. And when they're done, immediately wash, rinse, and then clean up the kitchen. That's what I do. So I'm always standing up. But eat together. I really enjoy sitting down, eat together, and some of you are like, okay, that's what we need to do. Now on, we eat together as a family. And when you eat together, you don't talk. And you say to yourself, we ate together. No, slow down. Okay? Yeah, just take a few bites. You can talk more. All right? And enjoy interacting. It says, eat together with children. Show interest in what they are interested in. That's how you build your trust. So it's like this. So let's, again, I'm learning as I'm presenting this to you. So we understand that we have to give that love and identity, okay? But in order for us to give love and identity, you have to earn their trust. In order for these things to go in. If you don't earn their trust, it will not go in. It will feel like you're forcing those things in them. You force love them, and you force identity. They don't like that. They will fight against you. So you gotta build their trust. How? You have to show interest, what they're interested in. My son loves Lego. My daughter loves dogs. I'm not interested in dogs. Okay? They look cute 20 feet from me. When they come and, touch me, I worry about dog hair. Cat hair, dog hair. I don't like. I'm Asian. Okay? And please, I don't get dogs. Okay? And I don't like, but I show interest. It might be not great interest. Like, hey, Isabella, that's my daughter's name. Isabella, what kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? How do you know? Well, you were so knowledgeable. And she would just go on. Hey, Isabella, look, there's a horse right there. What kind of horse is that? She would talk. Show interest, what you're interested in. That's how you build your trust. Can you do this even though you're all old? See, I'm talking all young children, because that's what I have. Maybe you have teenagers, maybe you have children in college, maybe they already have children, I don't know. But you can still do this, you can still use the same principle. You understand? Well, this is how if you are not interested in building your family, all this is so much hassle. Human caring is so difficult. Human caring. How many of you experience doing like a nursing home health care? It's a lot of work. Babysitting. Oh. Yeah? It's tough, right? Looking after some other human being is a tough job. So you can get frustrated. How do you do it with delight? You have to have this mindset of, every time I practice selflessness, every time I practice my heart service, every time I practice showing kindness, interest, it will prepare me and help my family to go to heaven better. Amen? That's where it needs to grow. We Seventh Adventists, again, I know I'm beating on Seventh Adventists many times before, but I will beat us again and again. Why? Because we're so much into doctrines and we forget these practical things. I think sometimes other denominations are doing a lot better in this area. And we can learn from them. Yeah, we can. So you should know our doctrine. But please, don't put your doctrines don't put 28 fundamental beliefs on your face. Put that in your soul, and then you marinate that with the love and the Spirit of Christ, and then let that come out of you with sweet aroma to your family. That's how it needs to be. We just imagine we have sweet aroma of Spirit of Jesus Christ living in us. But outside, we have a thick skin, tough skin, doctrinal, very rough, rigid, and no, turn it inside out. Seek to know what they are thinking and feeling. That's important. Seek to know what they're thinking, what they're feeling. Understand them. And I love this one. Because this is kind of easier for me to do. Because I like giving hugs. And my children, I love this moment. Embrace them with warm hug and appreciation. Not like, okay. Go. No. When I see them, whenever I get a chance, it doesn't matter. There's no time schedule. Whenever I have a chance, it can be 5 or 6 times a day. It doesn't matter. When I get a chance, I hug them. And then, in my heart, in my gut, I allow my feelings to kind of come out. How? I really love you. And I'm so happy that you exist in my life. I don't have to say it. I just feel it in my gut. You understand? It's kind of funny, huh? Asian guy can hug, Even Asian can be physically emotional. Yeah. But that's what I learned. Maybe you do that already, but that's what I'm learning. If I'm adding some wisdom to your life, that'll be a blessing to you. Parents should keep the atmosphere of the home pure and fragrant with kind words, with tender sympathy and love. But at the same time, they are to be firm and unyielding in principle. So there you go. So we're not talking about all weak and lovey-dovey parents. No. We're talking about loving parents, but firm principle. If you are firm with your children, they may think that you do not love them. This you may expect. Sometimes you're firm and they think you don't love them. And you should expect it. But never manifest harshness. Justice and mercy must clasp hands. There must be no wavering or impulsive movements. So no harshness. Love and justice. You can be firm, but very loving. So here's my principle. I'll put this line together. I hope it makes sense to you. Mother, be firm with your children when you show love to them. Because naturally mothers are very loving. Fathers, show love to your children when you are firm with them. Because fathers are naturally firm. So if we can practice this, I believe we can have that nice balance. And we may not always achieve perfect balance. It's okay. We may not achieve that perfect balance every time. It's okay. We may make some of those mistakes in little unbalance, but we grow together as a family. It's always striving to balance it out. Be loving, be firm, principled, very kind. You laugh together, you hug them, appreciate them. Sister Bailey, I don't know who she was, but when Ellen White, she writes a letter and your name is there, man, you better know. The rest of Seventh-day Adventists know who you are. Okay, Sister Bailey, you love your children unwisely. And what she says next, whoa. Better would it have been for them and you if they had never been born, as far as their influence in the world for good is concerned. Ouch. Whoa. That's strong, yes? Oh. This sad condition of things is because you are what? Unfortunate tenderness and favoring and seeking to please while you have not restrained them. You have tied the hands of your husband. He was too lax. So the father is too lax. And the mother is just always trying to please their children. So that kind of love is not true love. You do injustice to your children. Brother and sister, Hughes, wherever they are, you love your children, but your love has been but human, in nothing resembling the love of Christ. So you can love them in the wrong way. These quotations just to show you can love them the wrong way. Not divine, just human. Look at this. Parents are under a most solemn obligation to train their children in the way of the Lord. But your children are almost wholly left to follow their own impulses. And instead of being controlled by you, they rule you. And you know what's funny? Some parents, this is what they do. And so we're thinking, no, they don't rule me. I control them. But sometimes parents, this is what they do. They become so iron grip. But then they feel bad, so they just kind of let them go. And because they let them go so freely, they feel bad. So they become iron grip. And then they feel bad, so they let them go free. Like cage free, free range. And they feel bad. They go, control. Free. That's how you get bipolar to your children. They're completely confused. Are you like that? I don't know. If you're like that, deal with God. What we need, all of us, nice balance, but consistency. That's hard. And there are times I say no, I shouldn't have. There are times I say yes, and I shouldn't have yes. Yeah. I learn. Keep learning. Keep pressing. Okay, what's a better way? Is there a better way? Treating them. But look at this. As they act toward you, so do they act toward God. Their love is not genuine, for they are allowed to be disrespectful, disobedient, unthankful, and what? Check this out. Because the way you train them or love them is not right, okay, you're actually nurturing them to become disrespectful, disobedient, unthankful, and unholy. When you read those three words in the last sentence, disobedient, unthankful, unholy, is there any Bible text that comes to your mind? What we studied last time, 2 Timothy, yes or no? Chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, and then it says, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. So can you imagine, parents are actually contributing to this prophecy to be fulfilled by training them in the wrong way, loving them in the wrong way, guiding them in the wrong way. Thus we fulfill the final end time prophecy. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. They, children, are wounded by thoughtless words, which you soon forget. So let me explain to you what I'm doing right now. Previous verses, too easy love, no good. These quotations, okay? Too harshness, no good. And how do we show our harsh? How do we show that we're very harsh? The way we say what we say. The children are wounded by thoughtless words which you soon forget, but which cause them keen pain and sufferings of of mind, and leave a wound which proves dangerous before you are made sensible of the danger. And I don't know about you, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but my mother, and even myself, when we were growing up, we were just like this. Words too sharp, too hurtful, too belittling, too cutting, too impatient, fretful, wanting to hurt. But then, we parents, and sometimes even children, we say these harsh words, but inside right here, we say these harsh words because I want to correct you. I want you to become a better person. I want justice. I don't want to be treated this way. We have these desires, but we don't know how to say those words in a very kind way, understanding manner, but we say in a very harsh and fretful, mad, anger, frustrated, or cutting. I don't know about you. It's easy to be, hey, how you doing, brother? Praise the Lord. God bless you. Amen. God is good in the church. But in the home, I told you to eat this food. Me, I have this natural, with my voice, my look, I have a natural gangster face. Okay? If I don't smile, I look bad. I have this very heavy voice. And it's so natural for me to go, hey, you better eat, son, you better eat the food. It's so natural for me to do this. I have to my rough edges have to be, what's the word? What's the word? You chisel it down. Yeah. Sand it down. Make it a little more round. Yeah. My face. So then I became before, I confess, before, you better eat this food. Before. I changed. You better eat this food. What changed? Volume changed. Volume changed. Volume change is not a change. It just turned it down low. But the spirit is still the same. I changed it to, son, it would make me so happy if you ate that food. And then I change it to, it's up to you. Or sometimes, I let you have that cake if you finish that vegetable. Negotiation, right? So you gotta, bribe a little bit sometimes. Yeah. You want $10 or $20? I'm just kidding. You gotta bribe them sometimes. So I'm learning, and it's helping me. I don't know about you, but for me, it's helping me. Some people say, Peter, you change the way you preach. A long time ago, I used to preach people usually say, Peter, when you preach, we see blood. We see blood dripping on their body. Cut them off. At the end of the sermon, only bones walk out of the church, dragging their feet. And back in those days, they're like, oh yeah, I preach like John Baptist. I'm like Elijah. Yeah, right? Martin Luther, here I stand. You better repent and get rid of your sin. But then having children, I have a second thought. I still preach. I'm preaching. Let's do it. But, second thought. What thought? I don't want to scare people to go to heaven. You can still preach powerfully. I don't want to scare people to heaven. Can we talk about end times? You can. But the end influence, the atmosphere should be the sweet Spirit of Jesus drawing them for the transformation of character. Amen? Because when character is transformed, motivated by love, it is more permanent. When character transformed because of fear, temporary. So I gotta learn this. My mother's not good. My mother, I'll tell you more tomorrow. More family stories coming tomorrow. Yeah, you don't miss it. You have now to meet in your children your own defects of character. You see that? We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. So when I'm dealing with when I see problems, the funny thing is, when I see problems in my children, it's just like me. It's just like me. When I'm correcting the problems in my children, actually I'm correcting my problem. So I have a mixed feeling. You're so cute, you're just like me. But I have to correct that. Don't be like me. Remember that if you speak harshly, you are giving them an example that they will learn to imitate. Sooner or later, they will act towards you in the same harsh manner in which you have acted towards them. Because in the home life, you have set before them a wrong example. The time is up. I can share more of this tomorrow. But tomorrow we're going to talk about, the topic is called healing circle. So how do we create? I know we already have, our hearts are wounded, we have scars, we have some dysfunctional characteristics. Is there any hope? Can we change? What course to take? How do we bring a transformation? A healing circle in our family. How to get rid of this generation of curse. And I pray that you come here tomorrow and learn more about Adam home. Something that I'm learning. May God continue to bless you. Let's all stand for closing prayer, shall we? Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for your grace and your loving kindness, your long suffering, and we're so thankful to be part of the Seventh-day Adventist movement because we have this amazing truth, clear teaching, and solid foundation. Now we are considering how we are in our home, in our family circle. Help us, O Lord, to really bring that Christian characteristics into our own homes. And to be able to really show Christ-like character to our family members. Kindness, love, gentleness, firm, and yet at the same time, fun and loving and strong. And I pray that this will truly prepare us for heaven, for your second coming, even the end time, the final crisis, that we'll be able to meet because we have learned to receive love and identity from you and to be able to give that love and identity to our children. And if we don't have any children, perhaps we can share them to those who are seeking belonging. So please turn us into true missionaries that can really touch people's heart and to transform them for eternity. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. You may be seated. God bless you. It's a hot summer time, but good to see so many of you tonight. See you again tomorrow at 3 p.m. And I have further report from Nepal, so you don't want to miss that. Good night, everyone.